Former gang member Trench's News says that illegal aliens from Venezuela are terrorizing Chicago locals. Let's talk about it. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about former gang member from Chicago, Trench's News, speaking about illegal aliens from Venezuela terrorizing locals with machetes, guns, a little bit of everything, kidnapping, disappearing. They're doing all sorts of crime in Chicago. Now, of course, there's an issue with crime in Chicago already, but what they're doing is just adding to the problems that Chicago already had. Now, I don't know about y'all, but if I'm going to bring in new people, I'm not going to bring in problems. I'm going to bring in solutions. But unfortunately, they're bringing in a bunch of problems from Venezuela specifically. Now, these are the very same guys that are also in Aurora, Colorado, taking over apartment complexes, okay? Not the same guys specifically, but the same gang, the Tren de Agua. It's the same people. Now, look, you bringing in what Barack Obama said, the fruit pickers and bed makers from the border, that's one thing. I'm not saying it's right, but that's different. Just crossing the border and whatnot, that's a crime, yes, but crossing the border and you are already a criminal in your country of origin is an entirely different level of criminality, one that we should avoid, especially for the poorest of us in a place like Chicago, the Black community. We should avoid it because what are they going to do? They're going to come right to where we are and cause even more problems than what we already face. Now, before I go any further, let's get into the actual clip. My apologies, I have to just show a static picture because it is DJ Vlad and he loves doing copyright claims, but I will place the entire DJ Vlad interview in the box. And we're also going to see one more clip after this. I will place both clips in the box if you want to see it in full without my commentary. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
Well, you've actually said that Venezuelan immigrants are responsible for a lot of the crime that's happening in Chicago right now.
Yeah, they are. They are, Vlad.
How so?
They walking around with machetes. It's like they trying to take I don't know what they doing, man, but they robbing people, they shooting people on the red lines, they kidnapping people, like they finding women in trash cans and garbage bins and shit. Like some things like you aware of that wasn't happening before they got here.
Now, think about it. Some are going to try to miss parts of what he said. They're going to say, machetes, you guys got these fully automatic Glocks with the switches. But you didn't hear when he said that they're shooting people. You didn't hear that part. People hear what they want to hear. And also, it's just a different level of criminality. You already got a gang problem in Chicago. This is just making it that much worse. And it's preventable. See, the gangs that exist in Chicago was hard to manage because they're from there. They live there. Their grandmama lived there. So it's hard to manage it. It's a cultural issue within the city. But then when you bring in new people and they already gang members south of the border, that is totally avoidable.
Like, and due to the president, the senior citizen, he a vegetable. I don't even know why he the president. But due to him trying to get a vote, trying to get in and beat Trump, he willing to do whatever to beat him. Now they getting these guys IDs, man. When illegals was able to get an ID. Like, y'all getting them state IDs, who paying for this? Who paying for $9,000 for them to get a month?
Now, what he's talking about, they're giving them state IDs from what I heard. And there's also a program in which they get like cash, money, and assistance for the rent. I'll get to that video in a minute, but this is real things he's talking about right now. And I know it's kind of hard to understand him. He is wearing the mask to cover his identity, and you got a Chicago accent on top of that. But what he's saying so far is what I've already responded to. Let's keep on going.
We ain't even getting $9,000 a month. The people who've been over here. Like, it's crazy, man. I can't wait till Trump get in. I can't wait. Kim Foxx, count your days. Count your days, Kim Foxx.
Now, y'all know Kim Foxx, that's the Cook County State's attorney. That was the woman behind the whole Jussie Smollett case, pretty much getting a slap on the wrist at best when it should have been penitentiary time, in my humble opinion.
Well, yeah. I mean, since our last interview, they tried to kill Trump.
Try to take my boy out. I was mad, bro. I was mad, but I was happy when he threw it in the air, man. I was happy. I said, my boy alive. He done survived one. Now y'all can't hate on Trump. Y'all can't say racist. Hey, look, his own people try to take him out. His own skin color try to take him out, man. I told them, bro, like, the crimes that happen, it be on that race. Black on black, white on white. That's how it is, bro. That's how it is.
Okay, now he's going a little bit too far now, because I just want to address this point, and then I move to the next piece, which is a woman talking about what illegal aliens get in Chicago. But before we get to that, the whole black on black crime thing. Now he's kind of conflating the issue that's true with something that he thinks is false to try and disprove it. You understand? So let me explain. Now he's talking about the proximity argument. Usually when a crime is committed, the person who is closest to them does it, which would usually be the same skin color. That's usually how that goes, right? And he's correct about that. Most of the time when a black person kills a black person, it's a black person that does it. White person killing the white person, it's a white person that does it. But what he's not saying is the level at which each race hurts each race, and the level at which each race hurts the other race. Okay? A stat I give you right now, and then I move on. Not 1350, but the whole thing about 50% of the murderers in the country being black, but also 48% of all the murder victims being black in this country, despite us only being 13% of the country. So how do you get to be 48% of the victims, but yet the crime is committed at the same level as other races? It's not possible. It's not. We got too much crime in the community. It's a high level of crime in the community. That's the problem. And when they say black on black, it's to let you know, hey, it ain't the white man doing it to you. It's you doing it to you. So if you want to fix the problems in your community when it comes to crime and violence, look at the man in the mirror. That's where you start. Look at your own kids and your grandkids, nieces and nephews. What are they doing out there in the street? Don't worry about what the white man got going on. Now, I'll leave the rest of that in the box so you can see it.
Can you tell me?
But this is an interview about what's happening in Chicago as far as the illegal aliens and what they get. Check it out.
What's going on with the migrant crisis here in Chicago?
So I will tell you right now, I'm a person that lives on the south side of Chicago, and the migrants that have come in, at one point they were coming in and we were feeling very sorry for them because they came in at a time where the weather was cold. So we're seeing all these people in tents and all this and that. But then we find out that they're getting $15,000 in food stamps, $5,000 in cash. I work for a company, which I will not say, that they're able to come in and they're able to get internet and Wi-Fi and all of this for free because guess what? The government are paying their rent for 2 years. Why is the government paying people that came from another country rent for 2 years? Can we explain that? Because it's a housing crisis right now with multiple homeless people on the streets right now that I could follow and show you homeless people that's been living on the streets. So what makes the migrants better from coming to another country that they get all of this? You know why? I'm gonna say why. Because we're about to have another presidential election. So if we make these migrants democratic and we give them the right to vote and we give them all of these things, they're going to vote. And then, boom. I'm a Trump supporter, by the way.
Can you tell me?
So there it is right there. There's the whole kit and caboodle. That's the whole situation. Okay. You see what the government is investing their money into. Oh, it's an investment. Yes, it is. Because look, they're going to get all that money. It's not because, listen, because some people say, oh, well, the migrants are coming over here because they're more productive workers and American citizens. Well, if that's the case, then why do they need so much government assistance? Why do they need all that money? Why do they need all these government handouts? It's an investment because they know they can bring in these new people and make them be Democratic voters that'll keep them in power in perpetuity. That's the way it is. You know, they have it like that in certain parts of the country already. California, stone cold stomp down leftists, and it's probably not going to change no time soon. Now, they want that for the entire country to where it's just literally one party. They're already kind of merging on Capitol Hill as it is. So why not just become one big party? Democrats, if you're not a Democrat, you don't got a D next to your name, you have no chance of being able to succeed. That's their ultimate goal. And they're bringing in new people to accomplish it. And if you happen to be where the migrants are coming, oh, well, man, you might get a knock on your door. It might be your gang talking about get out, get on the ground, give us the rent money. And then that'll be it. And the feds won't help you and the state won't help you if they get their way, which we can't let happen, which is why you got to go out there and vote for the winning team. And you already know who it is. And I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your opinion about what Trenches News told DJ Vlad about the Venezuelans coming over here, committing all kind of new crimes, different crimes than what they're used to in a place like Chicago? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. How about the second video? Young lady's like, look, I work for a company. I seen this firsthand. They're getting this and they're getting that and they're getting monies and benefits and rent paid for 2 years. What's your opinion about that? Do you think that I'm correct with my opinion, with my conclusion that they're trying to replace American people and they're going to do everything? They're going to be working eventually when they want to work, and they'll be voting for the Democratic Party to where they have complete control over all of us. Is that the plan? Or in your opinion, is it something else? Whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.